Hiya, so we're on to part 2 of my lapbook thingy. It's not quite a lapbook because I've shrunk it down. Normally lapbooks are a lot larger, typically made using file folders and that kind of size. This is a smaller one. I've done it to what I call journal size, which is about 8.5 by about 6, roughly. I don't even know what it measures. Forgotten. I've blinked. So this is 6 by 8.25, roughly. Okie doke. So, but I've taken the idea of creating a lapbook that folds out, and then we're going to have lapbook elements. So what I'm doing here, I have already created one of my lapbook inspired flip elements here. Where's that go now? I've forgotten. Don't know where that goes in there. So I'll come back and I'll show you this. Today we're concentrating on the cover, but I will just show you how far I've gotten. I have shared this on my social media. So I've made a fold out element, and I'll show you how to do that because I've created that by gluing two kind of A4 digital prints together so into one long sheet, and then I've just folded them, making it up as I went really. So it's created this, and then I've started to decorate. So this first page has got a pocket here with ephemera in. It's got a pocket here with stuff in. I've still got some tags to make. I've done a bit of a collage there, and everywhere where we've got a tab, that's kind of like an indication to flip or open the page. So we flip it open like that, and we've got this layout here. It's not finished, so we've got 2 pockets there, both with ephemera from the A Time to Cook kit. We've got a little pocket here with little bits and bobs, and then that flips out like that. Are we still in shot? We've got a belly band here, and this is showing the beautiful, and then this flips out like that, showing the beautiful collage kind of digital prints from the kit. So I've got to do something here yet. And then this one folds like that. We've got the mason jars in there. I've done some fussy cutting. So we've got a tab, so that means you can turn it over. We've got a little belly band edging thing there to hold some stuff in. I've got to do something on that yet. That folds back. And then you turn that page over, okay, and you can pull it right out again. Don't know if that's going to show all of it. There you go, so then you can pull it right out again. So this is the idea of the lapbook, where everything's there in front of you. So we can see that we've got so much to do there. We've got a pocket here, we've got a bit of collage in, and then I've got a file folder here. I've added paper on the tabs to make it a bit stronger, and then a little strip there to tuck things into. And then that all folds back, okay, like so. Alright. So it opens that way, and then you turn it over and it opens that way. Super straightforward. Sorry if I'm coughing, I can't help it. That flips back like that, and it flips, and that flips there. So you know that this image here is the main focus of that flap. So what am I doing today? Well, I've added eyelets here because I'm going to string just a plain page journal there. So I've gathered some pages, and I'll be turning that into just a plain, non-decorative, removable journal. So literally just for writing. Now the theme is cooking, so the idea is that it's a recipe kind of journal. So the blank pages, you can write your recipes. When it's full, you can remove it and add some more pages. Okay, but what I'm doing today is I'm going to do some more on this cover. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to gesso some of it to turn down this and then I'll create some sort of topper here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the rest of it yet. So I've got a sponge and I've got some gesso. That's as far as I've got there. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to get myself a paint palette and some water, because I'm going to thin my gesso down, but I don't want it too wet because I don't want it wetting this because it's not sealed. I don't want it to make the paper re-sog it and start to bubble again. So may well do some dry brushing. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm making it up. So this gesso, I'm surprised it's not moulded. I've literally had this gesso for about, I don't know how old's Alexia. I bet I've had it 6 years. And I got it from The Works, which is a well-known bit of a naff craft shop in the UK, but you can get some decent stuff sometimes. And I didn't use it for ages. I think I paid a £5 for it. It's like never ending. It's like, I don't know. It's just like a bottomless brunch. So I'm just going to water it down a little bit, not too much, because I don't want it to be really so thin that you can't see any, that it's not doing anything, if you know what I mean. I know what I mean. That's the important part. So this might be in a few parts. I've decided I'm just going to switch the camera on when I'm crafting, and whatever happens, happens. Some of it might be edited so that it's just shorter, because who wants to sit there and watch a 2-hour long video? Although I do. Some of the crafters that I do watch make very long videos. Some of them are over an hour long, and I will sit and I will watch them while I'm crafting. Don't bother me. Right, so let me just bob that somewhere. I'll just put it on a piece of scrap because I don't fancy cleaning my desk again today. Right, so I'll try dry brushing first, and I'll see which technique I like the best. Alright, because I don't want to... yeah, that's not bad. I want it to be obvious that I've painted it with gesso. I want it to be patchy, but I do want it to kind of cover a bit. I think dry brushing. I did get my sponge as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, the sponge adds a bit more. I think just dry brushing it. So I've literally got a dry paintbrush. I'm just dipping it in my slightly watered down gesso, and it's just taking off the yellowing of those book pages as well, because I like it. Okay, but I'm not wetting the paper, so that's good. So I'll continue, and then what I'll do is I may well, I don't know whether to seal it yet. I better not seal it yet, in case, because I've used matte medium on here. So if I want to stamp or I want to stick anything on, I won't have a problem. It'll adhere and it'll be fine. But if I start putting my acrylic wax seal on, then it might start where it won't, you know, glue won't take to it and stuff. I've had that problem sometimes with Mod Podge and things like that. Once you've got it on, you can't stick anything else on. So I'll do my seal as my very last coat. Yep, like that. And I'm just painting over those eyelets, I'm not bothered. Right, I just need to lay some paper down because I don't want the flippy flaps that I've done inside there getting any paint on them. That's not part of the plan. Just keep on. Ooh, that's a bit thick, so let's just, if you go where you get it a bit thick, just spread it around. So I've not added any water to my brush, and I'm not going to do. I'm not dipping it in a pot or anything like that. I'm doing it dry. What's that? Get off, I don't want you. Okay, I'm just giving it all a really thin coat, but it's going to look patchy, and that's what I want it to look like. I don't want it to look uniform, I want it to be patchy. Alrighty. Perfect. So I'm just going to dry that off, I think, with my heat tool, and then do the other side, and then I will be back. Okie dokie, so we're going to start, I'm going to make the little booklet to go inside. I've finished, what have I done with it? I've just gently dry brushed gesso front and back, and it's all nice and dry. But I don't want to start and do the cover until I've had a bit of a think, because I might do some kind of a flip. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going to get this out of the way, and then it's done. So what I've got here is a collection of pages. This is going to be like the front cover, and I've used that image there from the front of the book, turn that into a pocket, so we'll put something in there, and then I've just got a collection of random pages. So some pages from the from the book that I got from the charity shop, the household management. This one got ink on it when I was distress oxiding a tag the other day, so I'm just leaving it on. We've just got lined paper, coffee dyed paper, we've got some tissue, might add some paper bags. As you can see, there's some more pages. Well, there was. There we go, some more pages from the Mrs. Beeston's book there. So I just need to literally ink them, and then what I do, as long as it's not too thick, I'll be able to find the centre signature. Because I'm not decorating it, this is just plain for writing. Okay, I'm going to sew down the middle, and that will hold those pages together. Okay, and then when the recipient's done writing in there, they'll be able to remove it from the journal, and you know, the pages won't fall out, and then they can just put that away and make themselves a new one. Alright, super easy. I've done this 8 by 5 1/4. I've done all the pages roughly the same size. I haven't done anything remarkable, it's just a little writing notebook to add recipes to. So I'll finish just inking the edges, and then I'll sew down the middle, and we'll move on to the next section, which is going to be decorating my cover. So I have sewn that onto the first page to make a pocket, like I said, and then I've added loads of papers together. I've kept it so that it's not too thick, and then I've sewn down the middle. So however ends up with this, we'll be able to just remove it, slide it out, and then add new pages. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, dialer, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I don't count dialers, 15, 16, 17, 18, so then you times that by 4, which is, oh, I've no idea. I'm not doing mental maths at this time of day. So 18 times 4 is 72. Right, so 72. So I'm just going to twine bind that. So I've picked my twine. It's like a nice pale colour, I think. I don't know, it's a Stampin' Up colour, an old one. I've had it ages because I've never really used twine very much. Never really were a big fan of it, so I've ended up with loads, and now I'm using it like it's going out of fashion on these journals. So what I'm going to do, I've got my eyelets here. I'm going to go in the top and down the bottom, and I'm going to wrap it twice so that it's nice and sturdy. Alright, so that's one. I'm just going to put it through again, so we've got 2 lots of twine in the centre, 2 lots of twine down the spine. It looks really nice. You can then, you know, tie things onto it if you want. I'm not a huge fan of great big dangly things down the spines of journals. They look so pretty, but then if you want to put it in a bag or something, it's going to get in the way. So don't tend to always, I mean I have done and I will do again, and I'm not saying it's not the right thing to do, just I'm not doing it on this one. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just slip my journal in. Well, it's not journal, it's just blank note paper really. And then I can assess how tight I want it, because you want it tight enough to hold it in place, but not so tight that it's puckering the pages at the top there. You'll have to excuse me, it's getting on in the day now, and so the lighting's going, because I'm doing it in stages through the day, this video. So I'm going to pull it tight, but not too tight. Let me just make sure that's not puckering when it's closed. So if it's puckering, you just want to let a bit of slack off. That's not too bad, actually. So I'm just going to snip it. And twine's so cheap as well. I mean, you can use garden twine from pound shop. I've seen big rolls of it. Or parcel string. Do the same thing. Don't have to be, you know, baker's twine. Or this is nice, this though, because it's a pretty colour and it's nice and soft. So I'm just going to see it's puckering there. So just let me release the tension on that a bit. So I don't want it puckering at the top. There we go. Tie it in a good few knots to keep that tension. Yep. And then, you know, you can tie it in a bow or whatever. Alright, and then to just give it a little bit of added tension, what you can do, and especially if you're doing more than one signature, which I've done on another journal that I can't show you yet because I'm not allowed to release it till the 22nd of September. But I've done in fact, I'll just quickly show you the spine. I'll just quickly show you. I can't show you the rest of it because it's secret. So on this one I've done 3, and so each signature is bound by this, and then if you just gather them together and tie it like that, it just gives it a little bit more tension. And it's just a trial and error kind of process as to how tight you want it. But I want whoever gets this journal, because it will be for sale, whoever gets it, I want them to be able to remove those pages easily. You know, archive the notes and make themselves some more. I mean, it's super easy. So that'll go like that, and then my back flip there when it's done might put a pocket there. I'm not sure. I'll see how much space I've got, because I want to do another one of these flips here on here, and I'll do a video of that so that you know that. So I'm showing you how I did it. So that will flip like that. So that, because I'm not decorating it, and it's just plain for writing, all your decorations here in these bits, then it will close nicely, look, still. I mean, it's going to be a chunky one, but, you know, it'll still close decent. If I decorated all of that journal, I'd have to make my spines bigger, okay? And I want it to be nice and compact. So there we go. So that's where we're up to. So what I'm going to do now is just go away, and I just want to finish some bits on this bit, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to either do the cover completely or do this section. There might be another 2 videos yet, I'm not sure, but there you go. Alright, I hope that just gives you some inspiration. I'm not an expert, but I do like to share and inspire people to try new things, and this is a super easy way of creating your own book. Twine binding eliminates having to do the pamphlet stitch if you're not confident, or you don't have a steady hand, or you know, you just don't like that. This is a much easier way to do it. And although I have sewn down the middle with my sewing machine, you don't have to. You can put the loose pages in. You don't even have to sew them. This is the easiest thing that you can do. Anybody can make these. They're awesome, and they're good fun. Awesome fun. So there we go for today. I've got to go and finish making tea, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.